Oh, the Canary.
What coffee table size is the corners aren't that
Yeah, it was a good, very reactive crowd, like, so. I'm ready to go, yeah.
Hello everybody, how are you? You're very welcome to Abner Brown's Barbershop for the Sound Feed Presents tonight, sponsored by the lovely gentleman from O'Hara's down the back there. Biggest smile in the house so far tonight. So really happy to introduce three amazing Irish acts here tonight. We've got Stephen James Smith over here to my right, and we have Enda Riley hanging out at the back there, and Fiach was there. Fiach Moriarty, he's lurking there, he's getting an O'Hara's. Good man, Fiach. So without further ado, and it's a small venue, so make sure the old phones are, just people, it's because it's a small venue, having daggers is multiplied. Yeah. So Stephen, I believe you're kicking off tonight, so thanks very much.
Cool.
Woo!
Alright. There's a seat here. Well, Emma's just taken it. Like, you're in the gig end. Get up after that. And if you want to sit down there, go for it. It would make sense. So, I'm actually. This is ridiculous because I've had been here for about an hour and a half now, and I haven't decided what I'm going to begin with. So, would I do a brand new poem?
Yeah.
But it means I'll have to read it. And I'm not saying it's the best thing I've ever written or it's the best part of the night, but it's kind of important to give new things an airing. So I think I'll start with something new, and then I'll do something that I've memorised later on. The way we're going to run the gig is I'm going to do one poem, Enda's going to do one, and Fiach will do one, then we're going to do 2, 2 and 2, little break, and then we'll come back and do 3, 3 and 3. That's the way we're going to have things going, just so you know, okay? So if you're not wowed by this, actually I don't really give a shit. So poems kind of I just sort of find them, and I was getting me shopping, and this poem just sort of happened in front of me or whatever. So The elderly woman scans the items as the conveyor belt relentlessly pushes the pace. She rings the bell. There's some confusion over a reward card with the woman in front or something to that effect. The computer says no all too often. A supervisor comes over, eyes rolling, keys rattling, inputs the code, all resolved for now. Nobody means any harm. Moments later, the bell is rung again. It's just the pace is relentlessly pushed. Her name badge displays the name Jackie. She has a wedding band and simple jewellery. She is more than a scanner of items, but she is checked out literally and metaphorically ages ago. Who could blame her? Her arthritic hands send the items my way. I pack them into my recycle bag. I used to never go to her queue, the slowness frustrating me, not fitting for these modern times. Now I ask, what's the rush? I ask her how she is, willing her to look up, connect. Take your time. Ring that bell if you need to. Never mind those whose eyes are rolling and keys rattling. Jackie is here. She has made it this far. What have you done? I'm reminded of my granny James, who once packed bags when she was in her 80s, but before all that, she was a seamstress in Harcourt Street. She had 4 beautiful children and many grandchildren. If I deserved it, she would give me a Mars bar. She would give me Mars bar as a treat. She deserved the time of day before she was found at the bottom of the stairs in her home alone. Now, did you get all you were looking for? Jackie asks. I did, thanks, and more. I just slow things down for a moment, as the pushed pace is relentless. Now, anything else? She says. So that's the first time I've read that out loud. There we go. I'm glad nobody rang me in the middle of that. It'd be embarrassing. Anyway, this is endtheriley.com. Gonna give you a thing. So, sweet. Good luck. Hand the baton.
Thanks. We should have one, yeah. Thanks, Stephen. That was lovely. When you said wedding band, all I could think of was a band that plays at weddings. But anyway, it's a musician's mind. I'm going to sing a song, a new one as well. This one's called, because we're in the year of centenary and all this type of thing, a different centenary came to mind, and I had an old song that I've kind of reimagined, and it became this song, which is called Gravity. So in 1915, Einstein came up with the theory of relativity, and the following year, 1916, he said that as a result of that we would find these things called gravitational waves, and they did just recently enough. So a thing called LIGO found them. Sorry, you're getting a physics chat here if one way or another, if you know, whether you like it or not. LIGO is the Laser Interferometer Gravitational Wave Observatory. So there's 2 of them over in America, and they found this. Anyway, space-time going like this because 2 black holes were going around each other 1.3 billion years ago, and they collided, and then it made space-time go whoop whoop whoop. And that's what this song is about. So it's a love song between 2 black holes. That's what happens sometimes with songs. Gravity is a part of me. Yeah, gravity is a part of me. It's a part of you. And the whole cosmos too. Some saying gravity exerts a force on me, just like you and me, but it's general relativity. You know, Einstein knew that it's all about me and you. 'Cause you exert an inertial force on me. Some call it love, I call it gravity. Oh, gravity. Oh, it's your loving soul. It's a big black hole, and you drag me in, keep me in this spin. And now I know I'm never gonna let you go. No, no. 'Cause you exert space and time. And in a billion years, they might hear our chime with their light go. Then they'll know, never gonna let you go. Cause you exert an unusual force on me. Some call it love, I call it gravity. Oh, gravity. Oh. Galileo knew. Newton knew. Einstein knew. Well, Hawking knows. A dude called Roger Penrose knows. And now LIGO knows. Thank you. Happy 100th anniversary to Gravitational Waves. Thanks for that, Ian. I wasn't sure about taking this gig because what Enda just displayed, which is that him and Stephen are way cleverer than me. And me and Enda
discovered him.
Yeah, but you know about it. Me and Enda were in school together. Like, he's older than me. He was a year ahead of me. Be a good bit older than me, really, but because I wasn't that advanced actually. But I think you did environmental science, did you?
No, geology.
Yeah, that's what I said. Right. Yeah.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
You know a lot about that stuff, like, but all I know about it is that when I was younger, and I left the fridge open, my mother would go mental, saying that it was going to cause a bigger hole in the ozone layer. We'd all probably die. It is, yeah. But and Stephen is obviously Stephen is Stephen, something of a Dublin legend at this stage. Me and Stephen probably met first. Me and Enda met in school. Me and Stephen probably met first in the Maze, was it? The Maze? I used to run an open mic night on the Mondays in the Maze with a friend of mine, Ronan Byrne. And we'd start at like 9:30 and finish at 2:30. It was insane. We'd have 30 people playing. And Stephen used to get up and sometimes he'd do poetry and sometimes he would sing. He'd do... I can't even play. My baby don't care. Do you remember that? Yeah. Good times. Anyway. So, and Stephen did a song about a till, a cash register, wasn't it? I wasn't really listening, sorry. And then Enda did one about two black holes. Not the song I was expecting. And the thing I heard when he said two black holes collide, and I heard something completely different. This is slightly less intellectual than the two lads. This is about a little boy who's lost his dog. It's not. It's about a fella and a girl. And it goes, step up. I kissed you and you cried and whispered your goodbyes for everything we knew. You stretched and you outgrew, but there will be a time when everything will rhyme for you. I crooned a lullaby, you wooed a butterfly and held it in your paw to coo and oo and awe. You set that treasure free, but everything will rhyme, you'll see. Poem and
breathe and we belong. You took your time, it's true, but there will be a time when everything will rhyme for you. I crooned a lullaby, you wooed a butterfly and held it in your paw to cool and new and awe. You set that treasure free, but everything will rhyme, you'll see. We grab and we dispose, we leave and we impose, we swagger and we sway, and drunkenly survey all that we foresee, but everything will rhyme for we. Poem and word and song, we breathe and we belong. You took your time, it's true, but now will be the time when everything will rhyme for you. That's me. Stephen. Ooh, he's very good, isn't he? Yeah, he was, fairness, Fake and Row were very kind to me when I started out doing all this. I think I was the only poet going to the open mic nights for musicians and saying, let me get up there, and I think I just annoyed them so much that they did. But it was sort of a good ground to get out there and to, where people, like, you're very kind tonight, you're listening, but those audiences sometimes were locked and you sort of had to really earn your stripes, and it was a good little ground to start off in. But yeah, so I'm going to do one of mine now, and then myself and Ender are going to do a little thing together, and sort of that's so. I'll do this poem. It's called The Gardener. It's probably the most personal poem I've ever written. It was lovely. I got to do it on Saturday in the concert hall, and my mum was in the audience, so that was a nice little moment that happened with this one. But there's one more seat here, and Jer doesn't bite. She takes great photos as well, so if you want to sit up there, or actually it'd be really awkward if nobody actually does. Now, I'm sorry I pointed that out. Shit. I'll sit down beside you, Jer, if nobody else does when this is over, okay? Cool. Well, thanks, Enda. Cool. Saving the day. Totes Oki Momo. Anyway, right, so I'll make us all cry with this one now. She turned to me and said, do you think I'm happy? And I heard a question that I didn't want to hear. I knew the answer. I have listened to the cry, but to face it made me uneasy, but I felt the bravery, I felt the realness in the moment, so I answered. You see, she's a gardener who has great plans, who works with what she's got. She loves creation, sees beauty and wants to share with you, understands the cruelty of nature, and yet it fills with wonder. Have you tried her rhubarb fresh from Granny's garden? You should. Maybe there are prettier roses, but she'd rather be a cooking apple, or better yet, a gooseberry. Her hands are worn, the flesh loosened by age. She held my hand in church today for the first time in too long. Her eyes are still young, still life to be lived. This Joe Bangles is not condemned when there is breath left. Still seeking that happiness. God love her. People before profit, she says. A modern day Guevara or Connolly as a nation lets her down, working 34 years in a job, draining away her very essence for what? To feed me, educate me, clothe me, but not stopping there. I remember she took me to Mrs. Prendergast near Buttons when we couldn't afford to go to Butlins. caravanning and around with the takeaway Chinese, the Isle of Man, the cinema, jazz after church every Sunday as we did today, 28 years on, taught me to notice the sunset, her bondage, a sick child and a broken marriage, all this, and I don't know how to speak to her. I always want to hug her and I don't know how. So a veiled kiss lace with courtesy will do. She's been learning how to stop living inside her own head, gets up, goes out, half the battle. No panic attacks for a while. Still manic but calmer now, still pretending, still xenophobic, homophobic, not meaning to be. Lost marbles down gutters like dreams. The anger, it's fresher though. Built up over years of false dawns of mistrust, reduced expectations, frustrations, one's contentment now quiet. Yes, quiet. Peace. Or perhaps bird song in her garden where she will grow apples, pears, spuds, raspberries, strawberries and gooseberries, watch them bloom again and return to the soil, but not before she has lived a life deserving. My mother told me today she pretends to be happy. What you say to that? Let's watch her flower now, I say, and bring her some water. There you go. Myself and Nenda did an album together of music and poetry, and we're gonna do what we do, Raglan? Yeah. Okay, so we'll do that, and then I'll do a Bearani one with you. So this is Raglan Road by Patrick Kavanagh. You probably know it, but don't join in. Fuck it up, like. It's okay. So yeah, Raglan Road, Patrick Kavanagh. It's on our CD, which is available for purchase if you want to do that. I do join in, but I think after a bar or two you realise you shouldn't, because we do our own version of it, and it'll just be totally out of sync and be going, this is fucking it up, and be like, yeah, you are. Yeah. So
Who is though? You know?
Oh, actually, in fairness, that's how this began. This began in Knockenstocken a few years ago, and Enda, we were drunk in a field talking about poetry, and Enda was on stage then, and I was like, Enda, do one of them poemy things, songs you do, and so he was up there doing his bit, and I don't even need a microphone, I'm loud enough, and I was in the audience and I started to recite September 1913 while he was on stage, and people were kind of going, do we tell him to shut up or not? And,
So I see where you're going.
yeah, so maybe do what you feel like fucking doing, and you could be part of the band, you know? There we go. Who am I to suppress anybody from what? That's what I did. Fuck me right now.
No, you're right.
No.
Right, go on.
See what happens. Okay. On Raglan Road, of an autumn day, we saw her first and knew that her dark hair would weave a snare, that I might one day rue. I saw the danger, yet I walked along the enchanted way. And I said, let grief be a fallen leaf at the dawning of the day. On Grafton Street, in November, lightly along the ledge of the deep ravine, where can be seen the worth of passion's pledge. The Queen of Hearts is still making, and should I not making hay? Oh, I love too much. And by such is happiness thrown away. I gave her gifts of the mind. I gave her the secret sign. That's known to the artists
who has
the true
known
gods of
true
sound,
gods
and
of
stone,
sound and stone,
and word,
and
and
word
tint.
and tint.
I did not
I
stint,
did not stint,
for I gave
for
her
I gave
poems
her
to say,
poems to say,
with her own name
with
there,
her own name there,
and her own dark hair,
her own dark hair,
like clouds
like
over
clouds
fields of
over
May,
fields of May,
on a quiet street,
on a quiet street,
where old
where
ghosts
old
meet.
ghosts meet.
I see her
I see
walking now,
her walking now,
away from
away
me, so horridly.
so hurriedly.
My reason
My
must
reason must allow
that I had
that I
rude, not as I
not
should,
as I should,
a creature made of clay.
made of clay.
When the angel
When the
moves,
angel moves,
the clay he
clay
leaves
lose
his wings,
his wings
to dawn
at the dawn
on the day.
of the day.
If you want, yeah, I mean it's slower, but fuck it.
Tempo limit me up there. So we're going to do a song as Gaeilge to throw one in. This is called Gaeilge in Garavogue, and it was written by myself and Pierce McLaughlin, who's an amazing singer-songwriter. He has a band. I think they're calling themselves Nocturnes of late, so you should look them up. He's got great videos and stuff as well. And it means drinking and more drinking at the Garavogue, which is a river and also a pub in Sligo. The sea made Go on. Yeah, there's something. For me, so I think I'm doing one more, and then Vic will be back up to do a few. So what am I doing? Oh yeah. So I did one earlier, which was 100 years one. This is another one, but it's to do with. It's called On Sackville Street, and the lyrics were written by a friend of mine, Enda Cullen, is his name, and yeah, it's from the perspective of a woman who her husband died on Easter, during the Easter rising, so it's kind of very fresh, and she's kind of wondering what to make of it all, and that's kind of the crack. So a little bit of reverb on the guitar would be great. This is Russell Hogg doing the sound. He's doing a great job. Thanks, Russell.
I was but his second love, for in his heart lived Ireland first, and he'd do everything he must to see our people freed. This week he fell on Sackville Street, where the south side and the north side meet. King George's bloody gunboat beat my Jimmy into dust. Some say he's a hero, for others he's a fool, or just a man who fought and fell to end the tyrant's rule. If Holy Mary hears me, her comfort I shall seek, for every darling fool who fell on Sackville Street, on Easter Eve, on Sackville Street, there's Easter lies scalded on the ground. Silence is the only sound. Hangs o'er Jim's blessed Dublin town, and tears will wash his soul. Whispers carry comrades' names, and I pray they haven't died in vain, and hope things may ne'er be the same on Sackville Street on Easter Eve. Some say he's a hero, for others he's a fool, or just a man who fought and fell to end the tyrant's rule. If Holy Mary hears me, her comfort I shall seek, for every darling fool who fell on Sackville Street on Easter week, on Sackville Street on Easter week. I was but his second love, for in his heart lived Ireland first. One day we'll meet if God is good on Sackville Street on Easter week, on Sackville Street on Easter week.
fantastic, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He didn't write it though, did he?
Read the words. Sorry. The other end of it.
I guess I should. I've written an album called The Revolution, so I guess I should keep the theme going because you know, if I'm singing it in 1920, people will be going, "Where's your War of Independence album?"
You're doing what I'm doing, living 100 years ago.
Yeah. Except you look like you lived on. Oh,
Thanks.
Thanks. Say that. You know all the science stuff, so you'll probably.
I'll take that.
I actually probably do look like I lived 100 years ago. This is a song. I don't really want to give you too much of a history lesson because you need only turn on the TV or the radio and everyone is giving you a history lesson at the moment, which I love, but if you're not into history, you won't love it. But I'll just say that this is based on a poem written by Porrick Pierce called The Mother, and it's about women in war, particularly before women were in the army, you know. They were the ones that were left behind, and my own great-grandmother was left behind. Her husband was in the army in World War I, the British Army, and he got shot and survived, but died about 5 or 6 years later as a result of his wounds. And he worked in Guinness's, and when he died, she was given a job in Guinness's, and the line around Dublin, the thing that people said was, "Get yourself a Guinness's, man, dead or alive," because once you were in with Guinness's, you were sorted. Free health for your kids, free dental, the whole shooting match. And my great-grandfather's brothers-in-law, my great-grandmother's brothers, were in the IRA during the War of Independence, so that must have been an awkward Christmas dinner. But nobody spoke about it, you know. You know, one couple of men were involved for ideological reasons, and the other man was involved to feed his family, so there you go. I said I didn't want to give you a history lesson, then I gave you a history lesson about my family. My son, they've come to take his brother. The death bell has been rung in the shadow of the mother. Serpent of the east is poisoned and corrupted in the belly of the beast. A terrible beauty has erupted. Bullets fly, heroes die, smoke subsides, who's left standing alone? The mother. Gwiv. Can you get me scoop? That's not it. That's it. Thanks to O'Hara's for giving us free drink. I actually live in Carlow, so I'm driving tonight, so I'll only have another 4 or so. Of course, that's not true. I have 5. And thank you all for coming out and supporting, Irish art. It's tough, but well done. It's amazing how quick a gig can sell out when the tickets are free. So Sláinte, fair play. We have some compact discs for sale. I don't know if people even still use those, but we've invested a lot of money in buying our own, and it's a fucking mistake, isn't it?
How much are they?
Have some 8 tracks and cassette tapes if anyone's interested. I'm just hoping that my next song is a success, so Smash Hits print the lyrics. This song is quite aptly titled, seeing I'm talking about the past. It's called Letting Go. I just can't bring myself to the speaking of those 3 words that you want me to say. Now I feel it's time to run away, and I just can't help myself from the thinking that you want me to be somebody new, somebody good who listens when he should, somebody good enough for you. If you could see the colors that I've seen, and you could be the places that I've been, you know that it's time for letting go. And in the quiet reflect of sobriety, well, I remember the day we first met. Now I face a solitude of regret. Well, regret for the thing that I said to you, and the way that it's making you real. Though I feel your wounds will quickly heal, and if you could see the colors that I've seen, and you could be the places that I've been, you know that it's time for letting go.
you want me.
Thanks a million. I think we're going to have a little break, Louis. Go to the toilet, have a smoke, get a donut at the bar. See you in a few minutes.